Welcome to today's episode of Behind the Sanctuary. Following our new partnership with Vets Pets, who provide us with Antinol, the cat's joint supporting supplement, we thought we'd tell you a little bit about how we prepare that and also how we give it out and do the health checks with our cats. So I'm going to show you guys how we prep our Antinol. We do this every single day for 20 of the cats on site, all of the guys that are over 8 years old. So cats don't grind their food like herbivores or omnivores do. Their hind teeth are actually built for cutting, so they cut chunks of meat off and then they'll swallow those whole. So if I can cut the right size and shape meat, I should be able to fit these capsules in, hide them in there, and then when we give them out to the cats, they should swallow them whole. We use horse meat predominantly with all of our cats for their meals, but certainly also for things like medication and supplements. A lot of them will get horse meat as their main meal, but we do also feed them things like venison as well sometimes, and rabbits and all sorts of, if we can get some variety in there, it's enriching for them and good for them nutritionally. But this meat is always a really good option for things like medications. It's really popular meat with the cats. So. I'm going to do a couple of pieces for Kasanga because he's such a big boy. So he's got more Antinol capsules than any other cat because he's our largest cat on site. And these guys have 1 capsule per 20 kilos of their body weight. So you'll see me putting different numbers of capsules into each piece of meat or for each cat, and that's because it's dependent on their size and their weight. So Kasanga has 12. The thing with Kasanga as well is him and Baikal have such big mouths that they can swallow a chunk like that quite happily without having to chew. Okay, so that is 77 capsules in total prepared for today. The next thing to do is go out and give it to the cats. You may already be aware we have partnered with Vets Pets, who supply us with Antinol, which is a joint supporting supplement that we use in our cats daily. We give Antinol every single day to any of the cats that we have that are over 8 years old to help support their joints. Head over to the Antinol website and use the code BCSSENTME. Any purchases made with this code, 10% will be donated back to the sanctuary to help us continue to look after our cats. First up, we're going to go and feed our pumas. Gently with you. I don't think it's all pumas, I think it's just our pumas that are definitely, they have no manners whatsoever. So we obviously have 2 yearling snow leopards here getting in the way a little bit, so what I'll try to do is bring Layla up into the health check position while she has her Antinol. Hopefully that'll give her a chance to take it before the babies come and try and take it for themselves. Layla. Good girl. There we go. Oh, you're too slow there, I'm afraid. And some of them are a little bit spicier around food, as you may have noticed. Well done. Up you come. Good boy. Good boy. So he doesn't give you very long to see, but obviously we've got eyes on Chari's eyes. He has very dilated pupils, and so having animals in this feeding position where you can see their face so clearly really, really helps to be able to monitor them and their health, and is how we worked out that he had eye problems in the first place. So those of you who do watch our YouTube channel a lot might know Baikal already. He's had a lot of dentistry work over the years. He is quite good at breaking his teeth. So one thing that I'm going to really keep an eye on when I do this is see if there are any new breaks in there. There shouldn't be, there certainly shouldn't be, but you never know. So good boy, coming up. Good boy. Didn't see any new issues there, but it is getting a bit tricky because his lips come down and they like to cover his canines up. Good boy. The hand feed or health check position that we get these guys in is to get them standing up on their back legs, just like Puna's showing you. And when they're doing that, I can see really nicely her front pads. So if she ever had a sore patch, we might be able to get some topical treatment onto it. Obviously, I can see into her eyes, her nose, her teeth nicely. I can see her underbellies. So when Puna was a bit younger, she had a couple of litters of cubs here with us. And getting her up into the hand feed position is a really great way of checking for things like problems like mastitis that might develop on their teeth. So you want to be able to see their underbelly. If they ever have surgery as well, it's a great way to check the incision and make sure that everything is healing nicely. So the health check or hand feed position is really, really helpful to us. So another leopard you can see is a little bit hissy. This is very typical for leopards. Come on. Very, very typical for leopards. They're never the apex predator wherever they live. So we do tend to find that our leopards are a little bit feisty. Good girls. Is it just you coming, Sabby? Oh, good girls. Come on. Okay, 3 inside and 1 outside is fine. So lions are obviously very hierarchical. Sometimes they will come over and feed next to each other very happily, but I'm generally a little bit more comfortable if I just separate them off, and you can see they move around quite nicely. So we can give them each their Antinol now. Good girl. Good girl. Hello. Good girl. Good girl, Sabby. Good girl, Sabby. Good girl. You can see also on this paw, you can see that her claws also come out when she's in that position and they're pressing on the mesh. So it's a good opportunity to check their claws, and sometimes even they'll let you cut their claws as well if they are becoming overgrown. But usually they take good enough care of their claws that we don't need to do that. Oh my goodness, what a fuss. Crikey. Good girl. Come on then. Come now. Good girlie. We're in a very gentle mood this morning. So as part of most of our experiences here, we do get the cats up into this hand feed position to carry out guest hand feeds. And so the cats are really, really used to going into this position. And actually, if suddenly they became quite resistant to go into that position, it could suggest that there's some sort of discomfort, which obviously the keepers need to be well aware of as soon as possible. Good boy. So Yazzie is a master of disguise. She always was, even before we moved her to this bigger enclosure. So see if you can spot her. She's got her eyes on me now. Come on, Puppet. Come on now. I see you. And now she's come back looking for more. Safe to say we've ended on rather a dramatic cat there, definitely ruled by her belly, but come back next time and we'll see you then.